Hi guys, Sox fan number 1 here, and it's official, the Carabao Cup final is set, and it is an absolute heavyweight clash. After Arsenal pushed past Chelsea on Tuesday, Manchester City held up their end of the bargain last night, sweeping aside the defending champions Newcastle with a clinical 3-1 win. If you thought Newcastle were going to stage a legendary comeback at the ETIHAD, those hopes were extinguished in 32 minutes of madness. City were back to their ruthless, transition-heavy best, and one man in particular seems to have a personal vendetta against the Magpies. We're heading for an Arteta vs Guardiola showdown at Wembley on March 22nd. Let's break down how Pep's men booked their 22nd trip to the National Stadium under his reign. Pep Guardiola made a big call, leaving Erling Haaland on the bench and starting Omar Marmoush and Antoine Semenyo up top in a 4-2-2-2, and boy did it pay off. It took only 7 minutes for Marmoush to break the deadlock. It was a bit of a pinball goal. He tried to round and burn, the ball ricocheted off the Egyptian's leg and looped perfectly over Aaron Ramsdale. 1-0 on the night, 3-0 on aggregate. Newcastle tried to respond immediately, and James Trafford, who was sensational in goal, made 2 massive saves to deny Joe Willock and Anthony Gordon. If those go in, we have a game, but instead City went up the other end and killed it. In the 29th minute, Marmoush grabbed it second, heading home from point-blank range after Kieran Trippier made a mess of a Semenyo cross. 3 minutes later, Tijani Reinders made it 3-0 with a clinical low drive. By half-time, the aggregate score was 5-0. Game, set and match. The second half was all about game management. Newcastle, to their credit, didn't stop fighting. Eddie Howe made 3 changes at the break and it gave them a lift. In the 62nd minute, Anthony Elanga scored a goal that was pure individual brilliance. He slalomed through 3 blue shirts before curling a beauty off the post and in. The nice moment for the £55 million man, but it was nothing more than a consolation. Pep even brought on Rodri and Haaland late on just to remind everyone who was in charge. Haaland actually had 2 great chances to score, but Ramsdale made a couple of top-class stops to keep the score respectable. The big concern for Newcastle, though, isn't the scoreline, it's Anthony Gordon, who limped off with a hamstring injury just before half-time. That could be a massive blow for their top 4 hopes. Time for the roast. The defending champions, Newcastle, you fought hard to win it last year, but you just got peppered for 180 minutes. The trophy is heading back to London or Manchester. Omar Marmoush, 2 goals last night, a hat-trick against them last season. Omar, do you just hate the Tyne Bridge? He's officially the Magpie Hunter. James Trafford, he's currently keeping Gio Donnarumma on the bench in cup games. If he keeps playing like this, Gareth Southgate, or whoever the England manager is this week, has a massive decision to make. The Gay rule. Pep is already fuming that new signing Mike Gay is ineligible for the final. Pep, you've got about 15 world-class defenders. I think you'll manage. So, it's a repeat of the 2018 final, Arsenal vs Man City, Arteta vs Pep. Who's taking the first trophy this season? Let me know in the comments, smash a like, subscribe for the Coventry preview, and as always, come on News!